G'day and welcome to another CameraPro review. My name's Angus, and in this video we're going to be looking at the features and capabilities of Sony's newest addition to their compact APS-C vlogging cameras, which with an impressive set of features offers amazing value for money, especially for aspiring filmmakers, content creators and video enthusiasts. We're of course talking about the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. We've been given the chance to run it through its paces over the last couple of weeks, so let's dive straight into it. We'll start with first impressions, looking at the body and the overall ergonomics of the design itself. As you can see, Sony's design has remained very consistent throughout their ZV range. The E10 Mark II features most of the same buttons, dials and toggles as its full-frame counterpart, the ZV-E10, as well as sharing the 3-inch articulating screen, included microphone cover and the placement of the I/O ports. This body weighs just 377 grams, or less than 500 grams with the new kit lens, the 16-50 Mark II. And despite the small size of the camera itself, I still find that the grip feels nice and sturdy, even with the larger lenses on. The camera features a multi-purpose USB-C connection for charging and data transfer, a standard 3.5mm audio jack, and accepts a single SDXC memory card, supporting write speeds of up to 300 megabytes per second. You've also still got your micro HDMI port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and the same tally light that we saw on the ZV-E10 to indicate that video is indeed rolling. Sony has also opted to power the ZV-E10 with their NPF-Z100 battery this time around, which should give us a large boost over the NPF-W50, so we'll see how that performs later in the video. And while on the topic of build, the 16-50mm Mark II, the new kit lens, pairs perfectly with the system as it's equally lightweight and compact. So that's about everything for the build of the camera. Now let's take a look at some of its impressive onboard features. Just like the ZV-E10 adopted the same sensor as the A7S III and FX3, the ZV-E10 Mark II houses the same sensor as the FX30 and A6700. It's a 26 megapixel BSI sensor, which alongside the Bion's XR processing engine is capable of delivering 422 10-bit recording at 4K 50. There's also no crop at 4K 25p and a very inconsequential 10% crop at 4K 50, which makes shooting slow-mo 4K a little bit more appealing. In regards to shooting stills, you're able to shoot up to 11 FPS with a maximum shutter speed of 1/8000th of a second, either in JPEG or the more efficient HEIF format. Do bear in mind though that there is no mechanical shutter, so you might run into some banding or rolling shutter artifacts in your images. The relatively new touchscreen menu has also been implemented here, giving you swift control over basic photo or video functions, and this time it's including a nice portrait mode for ease of use for content creators. We're also seeing a lot of Sony's autofocus advancements at play here, with recognition target options for people and different animals, and a 759-point hybrid phase detection map, which should give us snappy and reliable autofocus detection and tracking. You may also be wondering if Sony's implemented their new AI chip with this system, which unfortunately they haven't, which means autofocus and image stabilization isn't quite as versatile as we've seen in other models, and it means we have to rely pretty heavily on lens stabilization. That being said, the new 16-50mm kit lens does have optical stabilization, which kind of compensates for that loss of AI assistance in this case, so that's still a plus. A few other features include lens breathing compensation, the product showcase mode, and the CineVlog mode, which adds letterboxing and comes with these cool creative look presets atop the Cinetone picture profile. So yes, it's full of features, but you're probably wondering how it actually performs. So we actually had a chance to bring the camera to the Royal Adelaide show, where we got to run it through its paces throughout a whole day of shooting. I'll firstly say that I was very impressed by the fact that we got through the day on just a single battery. Despite bringing 2 extra batteries just in case, we still had about 20% after about 10 hours of on and off shooting. We were also very impressed by the array of animals that the camera's eye autofocus tracking worked on. We're talking cows, sheep, chickens, pigs, alpacas, etc. And the ease of use when changing from human to animal to bird in the quick menu just made the experience that much better. The touchscreen tracking was also very effective. As you can see, it was able to track the movement of the ride just by tapping the moving object. It does lose the target once it travels behind another object, but we still found it was very effective for the most part. In regards to image stabilization, the steady shot active mode was basically switched on the whole day and gave us absolutely incredible handheld footage, removing all vibrations and shakiness. I also appreciated the extra crop that this provided us, meaning we could capture subjects that were further away without losing any resolution. However, this is definitely a double-edged sword, because if you're vlogging, you might want a larger field of view, which is when a lens wider than the 16 to 50mm would come in handy. Otherwise, mounting the camera to a small tripod or a selfie stick would also give you that wider field of view. Speaking of lenses, even though we had a few others with us to test out, the 16 to 50 basically stayed on the camera the whole day. This is because even in low light environments, the combo was able to handle noise rather well, and only a couple of times did I feel like the depth of field at 3.5 wasn't quite enough. Plus, I think the power zoom feature on lenses like these adds a lot to the experience when you're shooting on the go. So the ZV-E10 Mark II clearly has very refined image capturing capabilities, but how does it sound? I'm currently using the Rode VideoMic Pro to capture the audio for this video. And this is what the microphones sound like on the ZV-E10 Mark II. So it's a 3-capsule microphone system, meaning if you're standing in front or behind of the camera, it'll still pick up really crisp audio. This is the frontal microphone, which is automatic again, so if it detects a face in front of the camera, it'll swap to this front-facing microphone. This is what it sounds like to stand behind the camera. Just zoom in on these kangaroos here. So of course it's not quite as crisp as an onboard microphone, but definitely passable in most situations. So there you go. The Sony ZV-E10 Mark II is an exceptionally lightweight and portable body, all combined with a powerful processing chip that delivers on all fronts. Basically, if you're looking for a considerable upgrade above your phone's photo and video capabilities, or you're looking to take filmmaking a little bit more seriously, this could be a camera for you. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. My name's Angus. Be sure to click subscribe and catch us in the next ones, and we'll see you there.